so United States of America. Did you know that half of all adults in America are living single? And that carries a lot of age groups with it. When we say single these days, it means the 20-somethings all the way up to grandma and granddad. And the rules are changing. Today we're talking about dating in the digital world. Is it difficult to create a meaningful relationship in the digital age? And Pam is married.
Yes.
Are you dating? Or is work your date now? Or how do you make that happen?
Work is definitely my date, 24/7. And I think with my job, like I said, my schedule is so sporadic. And as you mentioned earlier, it's not a 9-to-5 job.
No.
Especially when you have your own business, you take it with you 24/7.
Yes,
so I just don't have time to mark that into my schedule. I am a single lady.
So the stats are out now that more and more people are willing to initiate a relationship online. Something you would do, something you wouldn't do. Online dating.
Online dating. I think, as you mentioned earlier, that the rules of dating have changed so much. It used to be, you wait 3 days and the guy calls the girl and the girl waits by the phone. And now I think the rules have just totally turned. You look at shows like Catfish and you see some of the trickery and the deceit that goes into the online dating. And I think especially when you're using the social media sites, you do have to be careful in instances like that.
Yes.
Because people, you can get very invested in these relationships. And sometimes these people are not exactly who they say they are. And to me, when I watch a show like that.
This is Catfish, yes. He's been
scary.
dating someone online for 10 years.
Yeah.
And so they hire someone to go out and investigate to see if that person is who they say they are. Because the thing about online dating is you get emotional ties. And it becomes an addiction almost.
Right.
And to find out that person was lying, I don't know. Pam, I don't know.
I'm so left field on this one because I've been married almost 11 years. And me and my husband met up close and personal.
Okay.
So we didn't do that. And I'm old school. I'd rather write you. I'd rather call you. I'm just learning to text. So I'm like,
Catch up, Pam. Catch
I
up.
know.
Come on.
My stepkids had to, little mama. Little mama had to hit me to this. I'm like, y'all do what? I have never heard of this. But I'm learning something, how they do things.
Well, we have the matchmaker on the phone. Good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. This is Carla with 9GPS. Hi, everybody.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you. Well, we're talking about trying to find a meaningful relationship in the digital age. Now, are people really falling in love after finding someone online?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me just say, first of all, I am a very optimistic person by nature.
Okay.
And so in all my affairs, I operate from the belief that the universe is going to provide me with abundance. Okay?
Okay.
So starting with that, let me just say this. My husband and I've been married for 8 years. My amazing husband I met on Match.com. That's not an exaggeration.
Carla, really?
I'm not kidding. I'm totally serious. And
Okay.
let me tell you something. I believe that I conjured him up through the way that I teach women how to, get their inner spirit in a good space, right?
Okay. Now you've got to take me there. What do you mean?
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah,
You create what you want, or I'm not sure.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. The way I teach women, what I call it is I call it teaching them how to get their inner frequency aligned. Okay?
Okay.
Now, as far as online dating is concerned, a woman has to be absolutely strategic about every move that she kind of operates as far as online dating is concerned, because it's very, very, very tricky. It can backfire on you, and you can have an extremely negative experience.
Okay, I'm going to say this. Hearing that, why would someone proceed? When you say that kind of...
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
That's a great question, and I'm really glad you said that. Because what you have to understand is that if you go about it the right way, there are amazing men on the internet, on Match.com. And here's why. Because you have to understand that the quality men out here do not have the time or energy.
Kind of like what Victoria said. If you're focused on your career...
Yeah.
Right.
You don't have the bandwidth to be out in bars or clubs. Those are environments that are toxic anyway. Right?
Okay. All right. Any questions for the date? Victoria, would you, once you decide it's time for me to date, what would allow you to enter online dating? Or is it something you've already considered?
Right now, that's just definitely not on my agenda at all,
No?
because I've been so full throttle in this work, and it's something that
Okay.
I really can't, take the time to focus on something like that. But as far, speaking for other women, I think if you don't, like the matchmaker said, if you don't want to go to the atmosphere, the clubs and the bars, and you do maybe want to find the more introverted types that might be looking for love online. But I would say proceed with caution, because people online, always aren't exactly who they say they are sometimes. So I would say it is a new age. People are progressive. We're moving forward with things, getting new ideals. But with anything, proceed with caution. Do your research. That would be my best
Okay.
advice.
Carla was talking in the newsroom the other day, and one of the young people said, you know what? There's a thing that's happening now. When you meet a guy, he pressures you to send him a selfie. He wants a sexy picture of you sent by phone. How widespread is that? It's like,
Okay.
I said, what? She said, yes, and if you don't send it, they get upset.
You know what? I believe that is really probably pervasive in like that 20-something crowd.
She's 20-something. She's 20-something.
Okay, I knew it. I knew it. I just had a feeling. And here's the thing. Even men who come out of a date with that are totally inappropriate for her to be dealing with. And she shouldn't have to succumb to that kind of dynamic at all. That's just completely of the world and not sound on any level. And so there's no reason for her to question herself. Anybody that asks her to go that route is it's just not going to, he's not appropriate for her. And he's a sheep in wolf's clothing, as they put it.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Carla. You're going to have to join us again. And are you ever down this far south?
You know what? I would love to come and see you guys. I'm not too far from you.
Where are you?
I'm in Georgia. I'm in Atlanta. But I would love to make a trek to come and see you, Dee.
Okay, wonderful. We'll set a date for that. We're going to go to a break right now. And, talk with Paris, my producer, and we'll get you in the studio. Thanks so much for calling.
You're welcome. You have a beautiful week.
You too. We'll be right back.
Bye.